Today we are here to show you a short animation film called Sausage, and we're very lucky to have filmmaker Robert Grieves.
Thank you very much. I started like this, and I was getting lots of bits of paper, and I was doing lots of scanning, and it was taking for ages. And then I discovered this wonderful piece of technology. This is called a Wacom Cintiq. There's similar things out there called Wacom tablets or graphic tablets, which you write on there and you see it up there. The great thing about this is I'm drawing straight onto the screen, and I can see exactly what I do. And so that is what I use to kind of speed along the whole animation process with Sausage. The reason I brought it in is that I really want to sort of encourage the idea. Embracing technology can just really help speed everything up. If there's a way of doing it quicker, then what that does is it means you've got more time to think about the important creative things rather than spend half your day scanning.
You wrote, you directed, you illustrated, you're an animator, quite a lot of different components. What did you kind of think about first out of those different sort of roles?
After college, I went and did illustration at university, and I think, you know, at the heart of everything I do, I probably am that same illustrator. I just now happen to make things move and tell a few more stories, maybe. It started with the agenda of, like, I wanted to have 3 characters because I read somewhere that it was a very hard thing to do, to tell the story with the 3-character kind of triangle, a conflict story. And I thought, well, if I'm going to learn how to do storytelling, I might as well go in and do one of the hard things, which was fine. But I also did one other really hard thing, which was not have any dialogue or voiceover. And a message to anyone making a film is put some voiceover or dialogue or something in there that helps explain what's happening. Because if you do what I chose to do, which is tell everything visually, it's so hard. Every little bit of acting has to do all the storytelling. And if you're kind of new to it, that's a lot to take on.
How hard is it to write a story without any words?
To write a story without any words is quite easy. To tell a story without any words is very hard. And that's something I learned on this project, is the difference between, you know, story writing in the sense of there's a payoff down the end, and this is like where it starts, and I need some things to happen to make the payoff make sense. So you go through all these different blocking steps. And you get to a point quite quickly that you've got, this is a good story. But then actually communicating that in the visual sense, and as you say, without words, was just mind-bogglingly hard.
What skills do you need to be a good animator?
There's so many different styles of animating. It's about getting stuck in and finding out where your skills lie. But if you're talking about an animator in a traditional sense, where you're character animating, the main skill you need to have is actually be a good actor. You know, because what an animator does is that they get a mirror there, or they record themselves doing stuff, and they perform what it is they're about to animate. One sort of name they give animators, you know, character animators, is just shy actors. People who don't like to be on stage and do it themselves, but they live it through their characters. It's about studying life. So if you can study people, or you can study form, then you can reflect it and animate it.
The film Sausage has been screening at lots of different film festivals, and it's won awards. I want to know how important film festivals are and how they can benefit a film.
When your film's out there and you're trying to get people to go and look at it, and you're trying to get exposure, because one of the reasons I made this was I want to propel my career further, and that all comes from, you know, sort of making people sort of think that I've created some great film that's won awards and the rest of it. They're just lovely to go to. You know, film festivals are still very much what they used to be, which is, you know, a room full of people like yourself who are just interested in films, who go along. They're often in really interesting locations and cities. They're a gathering of people who really appreciate film. And if people have gathered and they're watching your film and they're responding and they're, you know, like laughing at all the right places and the rest, that's what's important as well.
What advice would you give to young filmmakers who want to break through in the film industry?
Myself and plenty of other people have just done it by working for free. That's the controversial thing that I think is fine, because I don't think it ever is for free. You know, I think if you get something back, which is experience or something you can put on your CV, then you've moved forward. You know, so it's all about just it's about not just kind of talking about it, just doing it.